Hi there. This is the second movie about the introduction to our course. Okay. In this second part, we will be looking at our coursework. This part is divided into three sections. In the first section, we will be looking at the facts to investigate. Here, I'm going to explain 6 elements that are necessary in your research. Okay, so let's look at these 6 elements one by one. First, students need to decide which urban community and which problem they want to discuss. An urban community is a group of people who live in an urban area. Okay, and there may be many types of such groups or many types of communities. It could be the people of a region. So we have regional community. And it could be the people of a city. So we have a community of a city. And we could also have a community of neighborhood. And so we will have the community people in a neighborhood. So it would be the very small community. Okay. So there could be many types of the communities, but the thing is, you should choose, or you should examine, or I'm sorry, you should determine one existing community that interests you most. Okay, this is the first element or first thing to investigate. Second, you need to think about its problems. Okay, you can pick up whatever problem out of the actual problems in the city. For example, it may be the damage on environment. It may be the damage on or depression in a community or economy. And it may be some cultural conflict in your community and so on. So anyway, there are many problems, but you should choose one of them. Okay, so this is the second element of your research. Okay, let's look at the next slide. You should figure out whose action and what action. These are the third and fourth elements. When I say whose action, it means the actor or actors of the action. It could be national or local government. It could be private companies. It could be the citizens groups, such as NGOs and NPOs. But anyway, you should choose one of them that are actually active in your city. And when I say what action, it means the specific action or a specific policy or specific policy measures. Okay. They could be that of setting up new rules or organizing social enterprise or starting volunteering and so on. All right, there may be so many types of policy measures or action measures, but again, don't be looking at more than 2 of them. You should focus on one of these measures. Okay, so they are the third and the fourth elements of your research. And finally, everyone needs to look at goal versus effect. Actually, any policy have its own goals, right? These goals may be varied. This could be the changes in citizens' attitude. They could be the advancement of any system, or they could be disappearance of a problem itself. Whatever, but you need to show what kind of goal or what kind of goals did the policy have. Okay, this is the fifth element of your research, and you need to, look for what the goal was. And finally, after the policy process, we usually get some consequence or result. This we call effect. Okay, and this effect may be improved something, and or nothing changed, or it caused more problems. We have good result, no result, or bad result. Okay. All in all, therefore, we should look at both of them. Okay. It is not sufficient to look at the goals, and it's not sufficient to only to look at effects. Okay. So what we should do in the report is this. We needed to compare them, and we needed to evaluate if the policy was effective. All right. This is the thing that we needed to discuss in our report. All right, this is all about our 6 elements, and that should be the topics of our research. Now let's look at what are our steps for writing. Okay, we finished talking about research. Now we talk about writing. First of all, I would very much like you to relax, enjoy, and prepare. You can choose whatever topics you like. So please don't be worried about, choosing topics. You can just choose something you like. If you were born in, say, Beijing, then you will be very interested in the city of Beijing. Then you can just pick it up, right? It depends on you. So don't be worried so seriously. First-hand scientific research is not needed because most of you don't enough knowledge about scientific methods, I guess. Okay. And keep this in mind, please. Good research always comes when you are enjoying it. Okay, so please enjoy. Please start looking for the materials today. Okay, I would like to search about cities, about problems, and about actions. All right, that could be on the internet, that could be in the library, and so on. But be careful. Do not start writing now. Okay, if you want to start writing, you have some preparation, like format written here. Let me explain. Okay. We will learn how to write an academic report in our course. Okay, this should be very important and very useful part in our course. So every lecture, we will have some explanation about writing methods. In lecture 2, we will look at something about format of the report. And in lecture 3, we will look at the research method. And in lecture 4, we will look at argument, or the method for argument. And in lecture 5, we will look at the style of academic writing. We will look at how to use MLA style, which is very important, as I will show you in the lecture 5. Anyway, after learning all this, You will be very confident about how to improve your writing in an academic style. Okay, so these lectures will be very useful to you. But you will probably want to make gradual progress, not to wait for the lecture 5. Okay, so we'd like to start running much earlier than that. So we have 3 big submissions. Be careful that the first submission deadline comes very early. Look at the slide. The first submission is that of outline plan. The plan for the report outline. This will come on December 22nd. And the second submission is rough draft of the report. And the third submission is final paper. Okay, this is what all of you have to do in the report. Okay, this is how we make working progress or gradual progress. All this is the coming steps to prepare for writing. So, okay, so please be ready to all these schedules, right? All right, so let's move on to the final section. Here, I would like to show you summary and some other information. First, questionnaire. Today, I would like everyone to answer a questionnaire. You will find the Google form URL on the learning management system, I mean Manaba. Okay, and you will be asked about these items, which is meant to know what you have in your mind at this moment. Okay, so please don't forget to answer all these questions. All right, we have a little more information today. First, this is about the lecturer. Who is the lecturer? Me, right? So if you want to know something about me, I would recommend this website. You can just Google it. You can just Google my name and you'll find this website. So let me skip it now. We got some information about textbooks. Here is the information about textbooks of urban studies. They are the most important and useful books when you start studying urban policies. But you don't need to buy them. I will make copies if necessary, okay? And this is the final slide for today. Textbooks for writing. These 3 books are very, very, very useful ones. And among these 3, I just say the second one, Principles of Writing Research Papers, will be super useful. So if you want to improve your academic writing skills, I strongly recommend you refer to it. But again, this is not saying that you need to buy it. You don't need to buy them. This is just, show you which books are important. Okay. All right, so that's all for today. Thank you very much for listening and watching all these 2 videos. Did you enjoy it? I hope so. And keep on having fun, and let's see you next week. So bye.